Hi everybody and welcome back to Persona 4 Golden. And to start off this part, I'm going to be showing off something which is kind of useful, I guess. Anyway, this is the cinema, the movie theatre. Basically, at various points throughout the game, you'll get calls from people who are in your party, and they'll say, you know, there's a certain movie that's coming out and they want to go see it. At that point, you then have to find a time to go off and do this kind of thing, you know, to go off and see the movie. And it's really up to you whether you want to do that or not. Basically, it's, you know, it's not completely and utterly necessary. But it is a way of learning new abilities for their personas, and also sometimes they'll level up, sometimes they'll increase their stats. It's just something which is it's useful, and it's I always find the best time to go is when it's raining, because nobody is outside and you can't talk to anybody when it's raining, so it's always best to do it that way, I think. So, what do I do here? Oh, this must be... Yeah, here we are. This is showing off one of the elements of the... this is part of Marie's thing. Every so often you'll enter the... what's this place called? The Velvet Room. And you will find pieces of paper on the floor. And these pieces of paper will contain poems written by Marie. It's just a nice bit of, I guess, a look into her psyche, kind of, I guess, and just kind of looking at what I don't know. I guess it's a little bit more character development, a bit more personality. And it always ends with her kind of barging in. And her being like, "Why are you reading this? Don't read them." It's yeah, I like it. It's kind of a funny little bit of a character development that she's kind of like, "Don't stop reading my stuff. It's not nice to read other people's stuff, you bastard." So, yeah. And this is the scene that we get every single time we've saved someone, and you know, this is the point to tell you that this was your last day to save them. If you haven't saved them, then game over, bitches. So yes, we are now going to go up. Tom, go up. There you go. So now we're going to watch the Midnight Channel in our room, and we'll see if anything shows up on the TV. And as it's the end of the night, as we've saved Marie, there should saved Rise. There shouldn't be anything on the TV. So let's see what happens here. And it's clear. Look at that. The killer has been thwarted this time. Fuck you. Fuck you, asshole. And fog is covering the town. That does come into play near the end of the game. The whole fog thing. But anime cutscene means some shit has gone down. My god, there's been another murder. But we did everything right, we saved... what's going on here? Who is that? And sirens are in the distance, so something may have happened here. And here's Chie.
Did you hear yet? They found a dead body just
Le gasp.
outside the shopping district. I don't get it. I mean,
So now we're going to be meeting at Junes to discuss what the fuck does this mean? What the hell's going on here? We saved Rise, and you know, that was the method by which people would be murdered. We knew that. So what the fuck's going on?
Hey, over here.
And they're all in summer garb.
Yosuke went over to check out the scene. He should
Awesome.
be back soon.
And hi, Yosuke.
Yeah, it was murder, all right. The body was hanging upside down on an apartment's rooftop railing.
But what does that mean?
How could that...
We saved Rise.
That's not all.
She was the next person to be kidnapped.
Victim this time. It was King Mora.
God damn. I wish I could say I was sad, but no.
Moron?
You mean that King Mora?
Yeah, so Mrs. Morioka's dead.
Why?
Yep.
What on earth is going
No
on
fucks given.
How am I supposed to know?
Oh well.
But I
Never
talked to a
mind,
guy
eh?
there who saw it.
I'm sure we'll have another
It's true.
teacher, and maybe this one will
There's
be
no
even, you know.
mistake.
Maybe this one will be better. Who knows?
Ain't the killer targeting people who get shown on TV?
And this is where a
Ain't
good
never
point is
seen
brought
King
up by
Mora on the
Kanji.
Midnight
That's to happen
Channel
at least
or
once in
any
a
other
lifetime.
programs.
Why?
Mr. Morioka has never appeared on TV
I thought we
at
finally
all,
figured
so
something
why the hell was he
out.
targeted? Makes no fucking sense.
Big coincidence?
And there was nobody on the Midnight Channel last night,
the Midnight Channel
and
doesn't
on all
have
the other
anything to do
occasions
with
where
us.
someone's died.
Damn it.
Um,
Came so far and now we're back to
someone has,
square one.
you know, there has
We're in
been
over our heads,
somebody in
trying
pain
to catch a
on
culprit
the
even the police
television
couldn't find.
being killed. So, someone has shown up on the TV being murdered. So, this doesn't really make any sense. It seems to be
Damn
going
straight.
against what we thought
started
was
this thing
the
'cause police can't tell their asses
main
from their
method of
elbows.
the
We
killer,
give up
you know
now,
what I mean?
and that
It
shithead's
doesn't
gonna
seem
be
to
on the
make a
loose
whole lot of
forever.
sense.
This ain't the time for
So,
bitching and moaning. We just gotta keep on keeping on.
we've got to keep going. Kanji makes a good point. Keep going.
Big
keep
talk
trying.
From someone like you, Kanji.
What's that supposed to mean?
I love Kanji. He's such a good character.
We're dealing with a murderer here, but we've all risked our lives to get this far. No way we'll back down.
Can I just go get some coffee or
Promise the
something?
bear, too.
I mean, I'm fed up.
Hey, that's right. Maybe Teddy knows something
So now we've got to
about
go
this.
find Teddy and
Well,
talk
since
to
moping
him.
around won't do us any good, let's go
See if
him.
we can see if we can find out if anybody was in the other world last night.
Huh? There's
I like that line. I really like that line because it's kind of like there's actually people working
something
here. This
Ah,
makes no fucking
Yosuke
sense.
Gun.
Great timing. Did the manager tell you anything about this? There's been this
Uh-oh.
weird mascot around my apartment for quite a while now.
You can tell what
Is
this
there some kind of
is from a
campaign
mile
on
off, can't you?
Mascot.
He said his
Oh,
name
God.
was,
Teddy
what was it?
is out.
Terry, Eddie.
And this is the first time actually that Teddy's actually made his way out of the TV world,
I better get
which is
back
kind
to
of
the
cool.
station.
But I guess it kind of had to happen.
Please don't
Because
tell
obviously
me.
Rise, when she joins the group, by the way, if you can't tell that Rise is going to join the group, then, you know, there's something wrong with you. But when she joins the group, she's going to be, like, taking over Teddy's role, which is kind of like the support role. So that means Teddy is going to be involved in as an active party member, which means you pretty much have to have him out in the real world, so he can be part of discussions and part of plot, which only makes sense.
There's an exit. It just never
You are kind of
occurred to me
dense,
to
aren't you,
do it
Teddy?
before. But
You didn't think
spending
about
time with you all sparked
you
my
thought about
curiosity about
people
this
being able
world.
to come in, but you didn't think you
I
could
did
go out.
wonder if it was
It's
a
kind of
good
dumb.
idea, but my feet started moving before I could decide. And when I thought about it, I had nowhere to go, and it was a waste of time. So I
Solid
figured here
logic
we
there,
go.
Teddy.
Oh,
Solid logic.
Someone asked for my name, so I told them.
Hi, Teddy.
I'm Teddy.
So that's why.
So, yeah, Yukiko, let's get to the point. Anyway, we need to ask him
How
something.
long have you been here, Teddy? Did anyone enter the other world?
I stayed until the fog settled in on my side, but no one
The plot thickens much like the fog.
You're positive.
That's a terrible
You
line.
really didn't sense a single person.
I like it when he's kind of angry because his profile picture, like the portrait, is kind of like pissed off. But because of the limited animation in the actual game itself, he's got a happy face.
100% alone.
Sitting on that chair getting a massage with a happy face while he frowns and tries to convey anger.
My senses aren't that good lately anyway.
It is something which admittedly dates this game a little bit, is the fact that all the
Well, it's true that the Midnight
all the
Channel was
like
right
emotion
last
and facial expressions and all that kind of shit. It comes from the portraits of the characters and also from the voice acting rather than being a part of the in-game
What's going
models.
on?
It's also, I guess, a part of the it's also a bit of the anime cutscenes help with that a little bit as well,
Seriously don't plan on going
but
back, do you?
it kind
Where do you
of
wanna
dates
go
the
anyway?
limited animation that it is a
I wanna give
PlayStation
this to
2
Rise-chan.
game which has been up-resed to 720p as opposed to, you know,
Rise-chan will
brand new
probably
game.
back us up from now on. So
Damn, I can't
I'm
wait
gonna
till
fight
Persona 5 later this
alongside
year.
with
That's gonna be
everything I
awesome.
got.
I've seen the
Don't
first
think
couple
of
of
me
trailers
as
for
the
that. It
same
looks
cute
fucking
little
awesome,
Teddy.
fucking
I'm an
amazing.
all
Can't
new
wait.
Mon. I have a powerful attack, an unbeatable defense, and
So yeah, Teddy walked out of the TV because he's
today begins the new legendary
constantly thinking with the
Wow.
certain parts of his anatomy, and he wants to give Rise his her glasses because he thinks she's going to become a part of the team. She is. And now the investigation team has reached rank number 5. She's incredibly useful.
Uh-oh. People are starting to stare. Keep it down, will you, Ted?
It's
Come on,
time to
let's
get the
go
fuck
somewhere
out of here.
else.
Now, in a moment is a moment which I find particularly
Okay,
bizarre,
just to
but
make sure, I'm gonna
it's
ask
one of the
you
more
one
bizarre
last
moments of the
time.
game, but
Nobody was over there
I kinda like
except
it.
for you until the fog
Sorry.
came back, correct?
That's what I've been saying.
so yes. There was no one in the other world last night, so therefore
What's up with that?
it doesn't make sense that there's
No
another
clue,
murder
but
been
I think we can be
that's
sure now
happened.
that
It doesn't
King
make a
Moron
lot of
was never
sense.
thrown into the TV.
Then what? He was killed
That's what it seems
over
like.
here? Why not throw him into a TV like all the rest?
They never intended to.
They never intended to. So you're saying he wasn't like the other victims to begin with?
That is the $1 million question there, Yosuke.
Maybe the culprit thought he couldn't
What
kill
is-
any more people by throwing them into TVs.
It's kind of
I mean, we prevented his last 3 attempts.
the problem with this is that I don't want to fucking spoil it,
I get you.
and so I'm really having a hard time trying to,
So they
you know,
snuffed
say
someone
stuff
on
without
our
ruining
side
the,
this time
you
to
know, the
make
plot
sure it
twist and the
worked.
plot points. So I'm just gonna stay
That's
quiet,
true. Then we have no way of preventing
not
more
literally,
murders unless we
but
catch
I'll
the
stay
killer.
quiet on this part.
We need more
So yeah,
clues.
what we need to do now is we need to
I
find
wonder if
clues,
Reese turns
and
up and
this
around
leads
yet.
us to the
Yeah, we'll have to put our hopes on
to the
her.
realization that we have to find Rise, see if she's up and ready to go, whether she's okay, and try and
Wait,
talk
you're
to her
not
about
talking about
what
your
she's
head, are you?
seen. I do like that bit of animation where Yosuke kind of pats him down, pats his head down, and it does like react like you would expect a mascot's
Consideration, man.
head
I'm glad you're back
to kind
normal,
of
though.
react. You
Your
know, it kind
fur's
of
all
like
fuzzy
pushes
again.
down and compresses, which I kind of like. It's a nice bit of animation. I love- Kanji is actually awesome.
I'm no longer a hollow bear.
That thing of like him trying to wanting to strike Teddy. It's kind of weird, but I think it's funny.
And now I finally have an inside.
Yeah, good job with that. Come on, can't we give it a rest with the whole scoring thing?
Yeah, I always that becomes a regular thing for the next
Kicking your head off isn't gonna
few
kill
hours of
you
gameplay
now.
as well.
But I just
Teddy
told
constantly
you I'm
wanted to
not
score with
hollow
Yukiko and
anymore.
Chie, and Yukiko being
It's
rather
too
indignant
hot.
about it.
I can't
It's kind of
stand
funny.
it.
And now we have an anime cutscene. I do love these anime cutscenes. They really give it as something a little bit
It's so
different.
hot.
Give it a bit of personality. And Teddy's grown himself a body.
Whoa! What the?
So Teddy has now grown himself a body inside his suit.
No way!
As I said, this is like one of the more bizarre moments of the game, of which there are a fair few.
Now that hit the spot.
Okay. Hi, Teddy. So yeah, this is Teddy. He's blonde hair, blue eyed, and yeah, I like his design.
Yuki-chan,
It's
Yes?
I guess I'm trying
do
to
you
think.
have anything to wear? I'm
What I kind of
basically
like about it
newborn
is that it's
at the
kind of
moment.
human
Teddy?
yet different.
Is that really
if that makes any sense. It's kind of like human, but he's got this otherworldly kind of quality to him,
Wait,
which
did
makes
you say you're
him,
like a newborn?
which makes
Then
sense.
don't take the bottom part off.
And I like how the
We
suit
need
is
some
suddenly
clothes, right?
it
Come
changed
on,
shape
let's go
dramatically.
look around.
So now he's going to go get some clothes, and I love the sparkles around his head.
That's Teddy.
Fucking awesome.
He said he's not hollow anymore. So, like, he grew himself.
Don't
a
think about
body
it too
and
hard, Kanji. Don't think about it too hard. You'll just hurt yourself. You just shouldn't think about shit like that for too long.
Then again, this is hardly the first bizarre thing we've seen.
Fair point.
And I gotta
Fair
admit,
point, fair point.
It's probably better than him walking around in his bear suit. Oh hey.
So let's go
what were you
talk
gonna say
to
about talking to Risa?
Orise-chan
I'm
and
so
see if
shocked
we
that I lost
can
track of what we were talking
see
about.
if she remembers anything.
Let's head over to Risa's place. As for Teddy, he's with the girls, so he should be fine.
So yeah, we're gonna go to the shopping district to see if Risa is okay. I'm sure Yosuke is completely what's the word I'm looking for?
Finally, there's
I'm sure his
some
motives are
popsicles again.
completely and utterly
Dude, how many are you going to eat?
chivalrous
You're
and
gonna get
not
stomachache.
thinking about himself in any way, shape, or form.
Sorry we're late.
How'd it take you that long to find clothes?
This
for
is
Teddy?
also mate, and here is Teddy's new model.
Whoa. Is
Yeah, it does suit his personality ridiculously well. That he'd be
How do I
kind of like c'est magnifique. You know, the white shirt unbuttoned to the you know, with the top 3 buttons undone and the red rose. It kind of all suits his kind of extravagant over the top kind of personality, really. So I kind of like his design, and I don't think he changes. Let me try and remember.
Well, he can't help it. It's his first time.
He doesn't really change, like, because we get like summer clothes and then like autumn clothes and then heavy winter kind of clothes as you go through the game.
so glad.
I don't think Teddy does. I think he sticks with this for the summer, and then when it gets colder, I guess he just sticks his Teddy garb on a bit more. You know, the bear suit kind of thing.
what do you think, Kanji?
And here's Yosuke teasing
What are
Kanji
you asking
again.
me for?
Well, I was just wondering if he was your type.
This
Oh,
line reading's so fucking
I
funny.
get it. What you're really asking is, will you please beat
I
the shit
love
out
that
of
so
me,
fucking
Kanji?
much. And you and you go laughing again.
It ain't funny, Yukiko-senpai.
Sorry. I love this little bit of interaction between, you know, because it has the interaction between Yosuke and Kanji and Yukiko. And then it has this interaction
Oh,
in a min.
please, everyone. Don't
It's coming
fight
up.
over me, baby.
Shut up! You picking a fight with me?
She's still one of my favourite characters.
Jeez. Oh well.
1,000 yen bill.
Here, Kanji. Get whatever ice cream you want. Just share it with Teddy. We're
So
gonna have
yeah,
to
that
jump
gets
the
Teddy
ship.
and
Wait
Kanji
here
out of the way.
until we get back.
Wow.
Not
You're
really.
rich.
I can't just take this from you.
Think of it as a welcome back party for Teddy. Just don't
Yeah,
go
please
around
don't, Teddy.
making a racket.
That would not be good.
Whoa, Yosuke, what's gotten into you? You're acting like a real senpai all of a sudden. Oh, I get it. You might say differently, but you're still nice to Teddy.
Develop,
Yosuke's
yeah.
developing into
I
such
do,
a
yeah, it's
mature
this
adult,
moment which I kind of
someone who
like.
doesn't let trifles bother him.
That Chie's tried to
What?
butter Yosuke up a
worrying me,
little bit
Chie.
after what happened.
Oh, it's about
Yes,
getting
here it
clothes,
is.
that's all we did, nothing.
That they
We
charged
to you.
all of Teddy's clothes to Yosuke's account.
Put it on my account.
And I do like this
Hell, Chie, I
little
never
moment
seen
between
you do that.
Yosuke and Chie.
What else were we supposed
It's
to
a
do? That stuff was
pretty humorous
expensive,
premiere, and
even
I
for
like it.
Jeanette.
You seriously charged it to me? Why would you do that? You know I just bought a motorcycle. I'm broke.
So, if you're already broke, a little more debt.
That does not work. That logic does not fucking work.
Come on, baby. Stop.
Shut
fighting
up, this
over-
is your fault, you know.
Shut up. This
I
is
love
your
that.
fault, you know. You listen here, Ted.
The voice acting here is actually really good.
Really?
I like Yosuke's voice acting here.
If you put even a single tear in it, I'll make your next set of clothes out of the bear hide you took off.
And so,
Yo, Teddy, don't let it get you down. Let's go get some Topsicles.
I don't know what Topsicles are. I guess it's just a brand name that they came up with for this game, I guess.
Let's go on ahead.
So yeah, let's
I
go
think they're
to
trying to be
and see if we can find Rise while they argue. Oh god, such a brilliant game. I love this game so much. Oh, hi Naoto. How are you? I haven't seen you in a fair bit.
Are you here to ingratiate yourself with Rise Kujikawa now?
Jeez, why did the clerk even
Ah, so yes, I gave away his name.
Wait,
Yeah, you shouldn't. Any person you see interacting with these lot, who has a fairly unique model. There you go. I didn't spoil it too much. But like I say, and anything that anybody that has a fairly decent model, and talks to these guys, talks to the main characters fairly on a fairly regular basis, you can pretty much guarantee that they're going to become a part of the plot. Yeah, so I'll just say whatever. Naoto is basically the because last part, Dojima talked about a young upstart detective who was brought in to help with the
What do you make of that?
how are we supposed
basically to help with the investigation because it wasn't going anywhere.
We'll leave it at that.
This is him,
My part,
Naoto
I'd like to solve
Shirogane,
this case as quickly
and
as possible.
yeah, this person is going
I'll
to
be keeping
become
an eye on you all
a fairly
then.
big
until we meet again.
part of the game. You can pretty much guarantee that.
Who is that guy?
It felt like he
Yeah, and
completely saw through us.
I
Even
like
knew
his
about the
character.
TV.
I kind of like that character. You know what I mean? And
Oh,
Rise's up and
hi.
about.
Rise-chan, are you okay now?
I bet so,
Good.
Yosuke.
Are you all here to check up on me?
Well, yeah.
Oh, do you
So
guys
yeah,
have a
Rise
minute?
wants to talk to us
There's
now.
something I want to tell you. Follow me. My grandma's taking care of the shop today.
Sure.
So let's
okay.
go talk to Rise about stuff. What does she want to talk about? Here we are at the shrine, which won't get a lot of play in my playthrough. I don't come here very often. I think
Yeah,
I've
I
only been here
remember
like
being
2 or
at
3
my
times
house.
total during the whole game that I've recorded up
When
to
I
this
came
point.
to, though, I was already in the other world.
So yes,
Still
what
no
we
real
we
information
now
on the
know that
killer.
Rise
This
knows
weird
absolutely
kid
fucking
named
nothing.
Naoto a second ago.
Oh,
Ah,
he's come to the
thank
shop
you.
several times.
thank you for that,
He
Rise.
asked me a
Now
lot
we know
about the
absolutely.
incident.
We
I
still
didn't tell
know
him anything about
nothing
the other
more
world,
about the
though.
killer. That's
I
useful.
figured it'd be a waste of
Oh well.
time. Actually, he asked me about you guys too, but I just made up some stuff. Like, they found me unconscious on
That
the
is
roof
very
of
true.
GS.
That is very,
I
very,
guess that's
very
close enough
true.
to the truth.
That is not a lie.
So,
Phone.
what's up? I
So yeah,
really
this is Rise
appreciate what
pretty
you
much
did for me.
saying,
Thank you so much. I love you guys.
and here comes her real personality. Because
You
so
don't
far
have to
we've
thank us.
kind of, she's been kind of what's the word? Dour, I guess.
Man, it's finally
Kinda
hitting me
dour
that
and
you're
sort
the
of
real deal.
Low.
You really are.
And this is the first like real
Well, I
gauge
know
at
I
her
sounded
kind of
gloomy and all from stress,
personality
so
and how she's going to
I
be
thought
for
you might not like me that
the
way.
majority of the rest of the
Did
game.
I sound weird?
So I kind of,
Oh,
she's a
but I
good
guess it
character.
sounds
I
more
like Rise.
natural this way to the public.
Not my
Sorry,
absolute favorite,
I've
but you know,
practically lost touch with what the normal me is like.
she's a pretty good character, and she has a pretty interesting
Just do
social
what
link
comes
arc.
naturally. I think everyone has multiple sides to them. You don't have to force yourself to
And
decide
that is a
just
major
one. Sounds
part of Rise's
convincing when you
social
someone
link
says it.
stuff.
Really? Thanks. I'm glad you're the first people I got to know here.
So yeah, now we've got to give Rise her glasses, and she's going to become a part of the team. Yay!
You don't
Another
have to
member of the
hate
team
them,
to add.
but-
What am I going to say?
Senpai, would you be struggling without my
Kind of. We no longer have a, you know,
right?
no longer have
Sure.
anybody who's going to
So wouldn't
help
it
us
be
out with,
better
you know,
if I
support
joined the
stuff.
team?
So it would be useful, to be honest.
These are kind of like proof that you're one of us.
I see. I do remember you all
Yep,
wearing
we all
glasses
wore
over there.
glasses.
Thanks, Senpai. Now I'm part of the team
Yep.
too.
So there we go. Rise is now a member of our investigation team. And the investigation rank is now up to rank number 6. Which is incredibly useful.
I'll be going to Yasogami
Okay.
High starting tomorrow. But
And that kind of
I have
helps as
friends
well.
here, so don't ignore
Yeah,
me,
she's going to be
alright?
going to our high school.
I do owe you my life, so you know.
Got it.
It's settled then. I'm counting on you.
This sure is a rough time to transfer here, though.
Yep, so there we go. Rise is now part of the team. She's going to be going to the high school.
Now I'm depressing
And
myself.
also Yosuke talking about
If
exams.
there's any
Thanks,
chance they'll be
Yosuke.
cancelled.
You're awesome.
I doubt it.
Thank you for
They always
continuing
hold
to talk
exam
about
rain or
exams.
shine.
I almost got killed by those
She has a
monsters.
fairly good
Compared to
point
that,
there.
Exams are nothing.
She does have a good point.
Alrighty then. Let's discuss
Sorry about
the
that.
case some more tomorrow at our special headquarters.
So yeah, that's it.
Yo, how's it
Rise
going?
is now part of our team.
Dude, Teddy ate 5 topsicles. Though if you count the ones I had before, well, that makes 6. So I still win.
I do like Kanji's kind of
No one asked.
attitude.
We're all done talking already. Let's go, Senpai.
And there you go.
When did you get so
Yeah,
smart?
Do you
she
think
is
Yasogami likes
her
Senpai?
arcana is
I'll be starting school
her
there
social link
tomorrow, so I
arcana
hope we get along too.
is the Lover's Arcana, so you can probably guess what her role is supposed to be.
What grade are you
She's
in?
pretty much supposed to be the main love interest, or
where's
the
Teddy?
canon love interest for the
He's over
for the
there
game.
finishing up his 5th topsicle.
Doesn't mean that you can't
What are we
say
doing?
no. It just, you know, that's
Well,
just
I
it's
guess
the
I'll
character
take
that the writers wanted to be the main part, to be the main love interest for the main character, and that is shown off in the
Good evening. This is
that's
Nightline
shown off in
News.
the
Our top story
2
tonight
animes
concerns
that they did, the
latest
2
developments
animations
in an ongoing story.
where she is like the main love interest. She was
The
the main
serial
love
murder
interest
case
in
Inaba has claimed
the
a
original
third victim
animation
shocked local residents
and
who
the more
had not seen
recent
another murder
golden
in 3
animation.
months and assumed the spree had reached its end. The deceased
So yeah, this is more
high school. Since his body was found
so this is more
arranged in a similar
basically
manner as the last 2
the start of the
victims.
next section of the game. You know, the next
What's wrong?
person to be murdered.
Was it
Yeah, it's the next section of
Someone you know?
investigation and all that kind of stuff.
he died?
They'll catch him. It's not going to be a problem.
I'm alright.
This marks the 2nd consecutive death after Miss Saki Konishi.
Can you call it consecutive?
Yasogami High.
I guess it is the
Mr.
consecutive death,
Morimoto
but I don't know
is
whether
known
I'd
for
count
his
it as
strict
that, just
teaching
because
methods, and is said to have
there's
had
obviously been
constant
several
friction
months
with his students. The
between
police will be
Saki
pursuing this
Konishi
line of inquiry and are
being
planning to
murdered.
begin
There's at least a couple of
large-scale
months in that,
investigation tomorrow.
and
We
you
now
know,
turn to
this
our reporter at
murder,
the
so
scene
I
for
don't
more
know whether it's the
details.
same.
Dad won't be coming home again today.
Nope, he's got to do the thing. So now we're doing another magic trick to take Nanako's mind off the fact. I do love that little music cue where you know you do the
Again.
magic trick. I do like a music cue. It's really good.
It moved. How did you do that? Tell me.
Sorry about
tell
that.
me.
So yeah, we cheered up Nanako. And so, yes. It seems that this investigation is far from over. Oh, look, we've been called into the Velvet Room at night. this happens a few times. I think it happens like at significant points in like the story, like when something changes dramatically in the course of the story, then this kind of thing happens, which is, you know, it's kind of something which I like. It's kind of cool. I don't know, because at this point you really don't have an idea of who the killer might be. Obviously I do, I've played the game 3 fucking times, but you sorry. If you're playing this for the first time, and this is kind of like the only point where you like, at this point you don't really have a clue as to who it is and who it possibly could be. This is another thing. This is the other reason why they do it. Basically, he is now giving you advanced fusion techniques. So before you could only fuse, I think, you could either do dual fusing or tri-fusing. Now he's giving you up to the ability to fuse up to 4 personas at once to create more powerful personas, basically. And over the course of the game, you can do it. Let me try and remember. I think you can do 2, 3, 4, 8, 10 and 12, I believe, are the amounts of fusions that you can do. 12, though, is difficult to do. You have to have like the exact right personas to do it. Like, you have to have them. There are 12 specific personas that you have to have. All of them have to be at certain levels. It's kind of difficult to do. So yeah, it's kind of, I don't really see the point, to be honest. I usually do the way I use my fusions is the way I do my fusions is basically I work out, okay, I need the strongest. I try and work out what the strongest persona I can get, because there's an option to just click, you know, to basically do it for me button. Like, these are all the personas that you can fuse to be able to get at this specific moment, and it gives you the levels that they will be at. So, yeah, that's useful. Anyway, introducing you to a new character. This is Miss Kashiwagi. Who's basically the replacement for Mr. Muraoka. And once again, she's a pretty good character. She's got a lot of personality. But in some ways, I hate her more than Muraoka, because Muraoka was just a dick. She's kind of bitchy. That's the best way to put it. She can be very nasty in what she says. And yeah, I mean, I don't. As a character, she's fine. I don't mind. I guess the fact is that I don't really like her. I guess that's the fucking point. You're not supposed to like these characters. You're not supposed to like these two characters. You're not supposed to like Mr. Muraoka. You're not supposed to like Miss Kashiwagi. And there you go. There you go. That's the nastiness and the bitchiness coming out. So yeah, I don't. She's alright. I find it hard to explain myself with her. I enjoy her as a character, I just don't fucking like her. It's pretty much the same with Mr. Muraoka, to be honest. He's an entertaining character to watch, but he's such a fucking prick. I know you shouldn't speak ill of the dead, but you know, he's not real, so I can do it. And this is a little change of events as well, the fact that you overhear people making the suggestion that the Midnight Channel, when it's on, is actually on the TV, which is kind of a bad,
The rumor
which is a
about
bad
the
deal,
Midnight
man.
Channel is spreading further.
Because that
better
means
wrap
that
this
we
case
could
up
be on
quick.
TV and we could
Anyways,
be
let's meet up later.
found out
Don't
as
make any
doing
plans for
these
this
weird
afternoon.
things. So yeah, it's kind of tough. But let's see what happens. Anyway,
Fine.
that's a bit of exposition to let you know that next week you'll be doing exams. And
Been a while
so now
since
we're
I
meeting
failed
up to
any
discuss the
subjects.
case again.
Yeah. If by a while you mean all the time.
Have you ever seen
I always love the
before?
reactions, the interactions. Sorry,
Chie always has
interactions.
above average marks in the
Shut up,
subjects
phone.
that she doesn't fail.
I always love the interactions between Yosuke and Chie. They're always entertaining.
Very. Yeah.
They just vary.
Rise-chan, you too.
Sorry, I'm not laughing at you.
That took me a while. Bloody hell.
It's just, I thought it would take me a while to make any friends at my new school.
Too bad we met.
That
in
is a
such
very
awful
good point.
circumstances.
That would be bad.
Oh yeah. What do you guys think about King Moron's case? He didn't show up on
That
the
is a
Midnight
good point.
Channel even once.
He didn't show up on the Midnight
If
Channel.
this person had
He
been
wasn't on
inside
TV the week before.
I would have sensed it.
It's kind of...
Nose isn't as sharp now, but
It's an
I can
interesting
tell
one,
that
this.
much.
The Muraoka kind
But
of
they
murder
found
is
the
kind of
body
an
on a
interesting
foggy
one.
day again, right? They said on the news that that crime scene was just the way it was for that announcer and Saki-senpai.
All completely unrelated
Really wonder
three
about the
murders.
culprit's motives.
Along with
What
the
was Mr.
the
Muraoka
three
doing?
extra kidnappings.
None
of them linked at all, it seems.
Guts.
And if you look at it on top,
But
anyway.
didn't you say it's people who get famous on TV who are targeted? If the killer's choosing targets by watching TV, I picture him as someone who doesn't know
Very
the
good
victims
point
at
by
all.
Rise there. The
I don't
fact
think
that
it's worth trying to
the
figure
killer
out
obviously
motives
chooses
for that
victims
guy.
on via
There
the
are too many people
those
who
that
hold
appear on
grudges
TV.
against you for no reason, even if you've never met them before.
Shut up, phone. Sorry.
Sound like you speak from
Should have put it on
experience,
silent.
Rise-chan.
Anyway,
But with King Moron, he didn't appear on the Midnight
yeah,
Channel
so that's the
or
point.
the regular
He
TV.
didn't appear on the regular Midnight Channel,
I
so
don't
it's
get
kind
this
of
at
a
all.
Man, 2 victims in a row from
Yeah.
our school. That's gotta set off
there
the
doesn't
police's
seem to be any
alarm bells.
interconnectivity
stones
between
at
the
school unturned.
victims.
You know, to
But
be
actually, in real
honest,
life serial killers,
somewhere
there
deep
doesn't
inside,
tend
I
to be.
thought maybe King Moron was the killer.
There tends to be a pattern
The
of.
news says that he was the second victim from Yasugami High.
What am I talking about?
We all know
There
that's not the
tends
case.
to be a pattern of
And I've
like
heard him say more than
in a
once
certain
that
area or
so-and-so
certain
deserves
time
to
frame, but
die.
doesn't necessarily mean that all the
I feel
victims are
bad
going to
that I
be
doubted him.
the same.
He was
Like
a capital A asshole.
you know,
But that
only
doesn't
killing
justify killing.
blonde girls or
And
whatever,
not
that
just
kind of
King
thing.
Moron.
It's just
I feel sorry for all the victims.
something
I
that's
can't forgive the killer,
different.
no matter what.
I guess it's kind of hard to explain, but they're not always
Well, we'll
in
do
that
what we can.
way.
King
You know what I mean?
Moron's
Like
sake, too.
all the
At this
victims
rate,
are
you
not
have to
gonna
figure
line
that
up,
the killer has something to
as
do
it
with
were.
the school, right? So why don't we split up and
That won't be
Hello,
necessary.
Naoto. How are you today? Being a prick.
You?
There is no need to examine the case of Mr. Muraoka any
Why is that?
further.
That's why I said that.
Apparently, the police have found a suspect.
So yeah, this is kind of
Best
a
to let
interesting
them handle the case from here.
plot twist.
How do you know?
The fact that
I'm on
the
this
police
case
now
as
have
special
a
investigator, by request of the prefecture
what's the word
of
they're looking for?
police.
What?
They have a suspect. The police now have a suspect. So what does that mean for
As
us?
to his
Well,
name, I haven't been
nothing
informed.
yet.
I do know
And he's a
that
high
he's
schooler, which is even worse.
It isn't public knowledge
Has happened
yet
before though,
that he isn't a student of your
in real
high
life a
school.
number of times.
It
So
seems they are quite confident that this boy is the killer. They have testimonies directly linking him with the
Okay.
incident.
kind of
I
weird.
expect it's only a matter of time before he is apprehended. Soon this case will be solved, and your town will once again be its peaceful, rustic
Good.
self.
The suspect is a high schooler?
I remember the
Alright.
I remember
So
the first
what
time
can
that
you
I
tell
watched
us?
this
That's confidential
that I
info,
watched this
right?
I played through this
Why
game
not
the
right
first
here
time I
and
had
spill
this
it?
specific point.
Your game will soon reach its end. I felt I should
Sorry.
at least let you know that.
what am I talking about? Yeah. The first time that I found that I got to this specific section,
A game?
I found it
Are you
really
the one who thinks of this as a game?
not difficult. No, that's the wrong word. I found it was just it was a kind of a thing which threw me off. I didn't think that they would go down that possible route of it being potentially someone in a high school.
One of the victims, she meant a lot to me.
And this is the part here where they're all kind of
It's like a game.
pissed off at Naoto because he's sort of insinuating that they just all treat this as a game,
A game.
and you know
That may be
they're pissed
right.
off at him for
Why so
for him,
understanding
you know,
all
kind
of
of
a sudden?
being a bit of a dick.
Oh, I get
Which
it.
he is, to be fair,
I was
in this scene.
wondering
I
why
think
you'd
he
be
is
wandering
coming
around
across
like
as
this
a
when
bit
the
of a
police have a suspect.
know-it-all
What, did they
prick,
get rid
I
of you
guess.
Now that they have their man? Is that why you came here? You were lonely?
Detectives normally aren't.
And this is
involved
part of
with
his
us,
this
and
is
we
the
never harbor
the
any special
very
emotion
very
regarding
very
the case
beginnings
either.
of the
Still,
setup of his kind of
it is rather unfortunate that people are only
um,
attentive so long
of his
as our
social link
services are
stuff
required.
later on in the game.
But then, I'm accustomed to it.
He's not happy with it. They're not happy with it at
Much
all.
about this case was perplexing, but its solution was surprisingly simple.
Sorry.
Well then, I'll be going now.
God, I've coughed a lot into this episode. So yeah, he just said his piece and left.
What was that about?
And we're nearing the end of the episode now, so join me next time when we'll be continuing our investigation, and we will be going on to find more stuff about
Who knows?
finding more stuff about the victim. See you then.